In 2009, the U.S. International Boundary and Water Commission, USIBWC, committed to restoring over 550 acres of native habitat at 30 locations along the Rio Grande in southern New Mexico and West Texas. USIBWC used to mow most of the Rio Grande floodplain annually. Since 2012, native grasses, trees, and shrubs are returning to the floodplain after mowing stopped at the restoration sites, such as here at Barino West in southern New Mexico. Restoration begins by removing non-native salt cedar bushes by the root with an excavator. Some sites were completely covered in dense, large salt cedars. Although they may look lush and green here, the salt cedar uses a lot of water, and the shrubs don't provide much valuable habitat. This is the Broad Canyon Arroyo site near Radium Springs, New Mexico, in 2011 before restoration, and after excavation work in May 2012. The whole salt cedar root needs to be pulled out so it doesn't grow back. Vegetation debris can be mulched on site, or it can be piled up to dry out so that piles can later be burned, such as this prescribed burn at Broad Canyon Arroyo Restoration Site in 2012. At the Leesburg Extension Lateral Wasteway No. 8 Restoration Site in Las Cruces, New Mexico, a skid steer with an auger digs deep holes where long poles are planted. Poles are branches of river trees such as willows and cottonwoods. The poles vary in length but can be up to 16 feet long. Crews harvest poles from nearby sources along the Rio Grande by trimming existing willows, which grow back. Pole planting is usually done in the winter when plants are dormant. Since 2011, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has assisted the USIBWC in planting tens of thousands of native plants, such as here at Broad Canyon Arroyo Restoration Site. Trench planting is another effective method of planting many poles at one location, where denser habitat is being created for endangered birds, such as here at Barino East Restoration Site in 2015. In 2018, USIBWC contractors also transplanted willows from islands within the Rio Grande Channel that had to be removed. A major challenge to restoring native habitat in this part of the Rio Grande is limited water availability. In the winter, water is held back by dams and the river may go dry, such as here in Anthony, New Mexico in 2012. USIBWC worked with irrigation districts and acquired water rights in 2014. In June 2014, a ceremony was held to commemorate the historic first irrigation event of a restoration site. Several years later, in 2017, the irrigated site at Wasteway No. 8 is thriving.
By summer of 2019, the cottonwood trees at the Wasteway 8 site are 30 feet tall. USIBWC worked with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Elephant Butte Irrigation District to construct infrastructure to irrigate several other sites, such as the Mesilla East site in 2018. And the Trujillo Restoration Site was irrigated for the first time in 2019 after infrastructure was built.
Here at Crow Canyon C Restoration Site near Hatch, New Mexico, in November 2017, willow plantings are also doing well, here showing fall colors. 1-year-old cottonwoods are thriving at the Yeso East Restoration Site near Garfield, New Mexico in November 2017. Back at the Wasteway No. 8 site in Las Cruces, U.S. Fish and Wildlife crews plant native shrubs among the cottonwoods and willows.
From 2011 to 2019, USIBWC and its partners and contractors planted over 109,000 native shrubs and trees at 22 restoration sites totaling more than 500 acres. USIBWC will continue its partnerships in the ongoing maintenance of the restoration sites under its river management plan.
For more information on the USIBWC's river habitat restoration activities, please visit ibwc.gov.